Hi, welcome to accounting. Today we are going to post from the sales journal to both the accounts receivable subsidiary ledger and the general ledger. The accounts receivable subsidiary ledger is going to show the name of our customer and going to record the transactions for our customers. And it's called a subsidiary ledger because it goes beneath the accounts receivable ledger, and all of the accounts in there should total up to the final balance in our accounts receivable ledger. But here's where we keep track for individual customers how much they owe us. So if we look at the sales journal, we had previously recorded 3 transactions, one for Davy Jones, one for Earl of Sandwich, and one for Tom Jekyll. And we have not posted them, and we can tell that because the post reference column is blank. Now, when we record the transactions, what we want to do is we want to do it daily. So whenever the transactions are happening for the customer, we want to make sure that we are recording it. So we have Davy Jones, and he has an accounts receivable debit with us of $107.00. We don't really need to keep track of these two pieces separately for him because he owes us the entire amount, $107.00. So what we want to do is find our accounts receivable subsidiary ledger, find Davy Jones, put in the date, which is May 1st. For the description, we can put in the sales slip number. So the sales slip number you can get from the sales journal. Here it is, sales slip number 100. Go back to the subsidiary ledger and stick in sales slip number 100. The posting reference, we're just going to put in a check mark. So we can insert a little check mark here. Trying to find a good little check mark. And just draw a check mark in there. And then we'll put in the debit. The sales was for $107. So we'll go back to our subsidiary ledger and put in a debit of $107. We didn't have a previous balance in there, so 0 plus our 107 is going to give us 107. Then we'll come back to our sales journal. We want to put in a check mark in the post reference column to show that we have already recorded that in Davy Jones' account. So we'll find a check mark here. Having a little trouble finding a check mark in there. It would be nice if there was already one. Just make a little line here. So I'll draw in a check mark. And then we come to Earl of Sandwich, and we next want to record his amount into the subsidiary ledger. So we'll go there, and we'll find Earl of Sandwich. We'll put in the date, May 5th. We'll put in the description, which is the sales slip number. It should be sales slip 101. And we'll go back to the journal and find out how much was for a $160.50. Remember that we're going to record everything here where it says accounts receivable, because that's what we're worried about. $160.50. We'll go back over. We'll put $160.50 in the debit column, and again in the balance column, $160.50. And for the post reference, we'll draw a check mark right in there. And we'll go back to the sales journal, and once it's posted, we want to also draw our little check mark in the post reference box. We don't have account numbers, so we're not using account numbers, we just put in a check mark. Finally, we have Tom Jekyll, and he had the accounts receivable debit of $187.25. So we'll go to our subsidiary ledger. We'll scroll down and wait until we find Tom's account. We'll put in the date May 7th and the description sales slip 102, and the amount I gotta remember is $187.25. So go back and type in $187.25, and that'll become my new balance for Tom, $187.25. And then we'll go ahead again and insert those check marks so that we can know that we've posted. and go back to the sales journal and stick in that post reference so that we know that we've posted. Not so easy to draw a check mark. Okay, so that's what we do for the subsidiary ledger, but we also want to post to the control accounts, the regular general ledger accounts. So we have 3 accounts that we need to post to. One is the accounts receivable account. The next one is the sales tax payable account, remembering that sales tax payable is a liability because we owe those sales taxes that we collect from our customers to the taxing body. And finally, our sales credit, which is a revenue account. So if I go to my general ledger, I have accounts receivable here. I'm going to put in the date. This is usually done at the end of the month or the end of the page. So we'll put in the end of the month date. And then we will go ahead and put in the post reference. So it would be Sales Journal 1 for Sales Journal page 1. And then we're going to record the debit or the credit. If we go back to the Sales Journal, we can see that our total here for accounts receivable was $454.75. To save time, we're going to go ahead and record the entire total, $454.75. So we're going to debit accounts receivable, $454.75. There was not a current balance in accounts receivable, so $454.75 becomes our new balance. The account number is 110, so I'm going to take that back to the sales journal, and underneath the column here, I'm going to type in the account 110. So we know we don't want that to look like a number. We want it to just look like a general number, not an account number, not a dollar figure. Okay, so then we have sales tax payable, and it was $29.75 that is owed. Go to the ledger, find the sales tax payable account. Again, we'll use the 31st. The post reference will be Sales Journal page 1, so SJ page 1. This amount is a credit, and we're going to take it from right here, $29.75. So we'll put a credit in for $29.75, and that should make sense because this is a liability account, so it should have a normal credit balance. And we'll bring that balance over, $29.75. This is account number 215. We'll go back to the sales journal and we'll type in 215, making care to have it look like a regular general number that's not a specific dollar figure. It looks like the account number. And finally, we're going to record the sales credit. So we'll go to the general ledger. We'll scroll until we find the sales account. We'll put in the date of the 31st. Our post reference will be Sales Journal, page 1, because that's the page it's coming from. And sales has a normal credit balance, so we're going to credit for the amount here of $425. So $425. There is no current balance, so we'll just bring that over for the new balance. And once we've done that, we're going to take the 401 back to the sales journal and put it at the bottom to show that we've posted it. Again, taking care that it looks like an account number and not a dollar figure. And that is how you post from a sales journal to both the accounts receivable subsidiary ledger and the general ledger. I hope this assists in your knowledge in accounting, and I hope you have a great day.